Good morning, students. This morning we had topic of importance of yoga. Why yoga is very important and how yoga can help us. It is it is an universal truth that modern age is an age of stress, tension, and anxiety. Most of the people are not leading a happy and productive life. They indulge in materialism. Their life is full of problems. According to Kin Hubbard, he has said about yoga, it is a pretty hard to tell what bring happiness, poverty and wealth have both failed. We can get rid of stress related to problems while practicing yoga. The following points clearly shows the importance of yoga. Physical purity. One of them is physical purity. Internal organs of our body can be cleaned by various yogic exercise. Basically, there are three substances in our body: Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. If there is a proper balance in these in our body, we can remain healthy. So, students, the importance of yoga is that physical purity. Second, cure and prevention from disease. There are various diseases which actually hamper the smooth functioning of our body. Yoga not only protects us from many diseases but also cures them. Various yogic exercise increase the immunity power of an individual. If we practice yoga in a regular basis, we cannot fall the prey of any disease by doing yoga every day. Reduce mental tension. Reduce mental tension. Yoga can help in reducing tension. It is a well known fact that most of the people remain under stress and tension. They do not get peace anywhere. They feel upset and disturbed in present day life. They think that money can bring happiness and peace to their life, but it further intensifies their stress. Elements of yoga. Patanjali describes 8 elements of Yoga Sutra that are yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. First one is yama. What is yama? Yama is the first element of Ashtanga Yoga. Though the practice of Yama one can obtain from doing things that keep one's mind involved in inevitable struggle for survival. One can remain away from violence. Yama consists of five moral code or conduct. Five moral code or conduct according to Maharishi Patanjali. There are five yama. That is ahimsa. First one is ahimsa or non-violence. It means one must keep away from causing harm to any organism or human being. Anxiety, jealousy, hate, anger, and such type of negative emotion are included in violence. So we must remain away from these emotions. We must not injure anyone. We must not speak ill of others. We must not speak ill of others. Second is Satya or truthfulness. Satya is an importance of Yama. According to Satya, we must be truthful in thoughts, words, and deed. We must not tell lie. We must abstain from falseness of any kind. We must not speak to others in an deceitful manner. We must speak the truth at any cost. That is second truthfulness or Satya. Asatya. Third one is Asatya. We should not. It means non-stealing. Brahmacharya. Not to take a diet that stimulates sexual desire is in Brahmacharya. Apigraha. Apigraha means to collect money and property for self-interest. So these are the elements of yoga. Now, dharna. Dharna is a concentration of mind. Generally, it is seen that mind has a tendency to get scattered if the scattered mind is brought under control and set to one focal point. Third is dhyana. Dhyana is a process of complete constancy of mind. It is a stage prior to samadhi. Generally, dhyana remains attached to our life at every moment. Whenever we perform many specific tasks in a family, it is usually advised to take dhyan or dhyan se karna is a common word. Samadhi, the union of individual soul with supreme soul, is called samadhi. During the stage of dhyana, when the disappearance of self-awareness takes place, the yogi or yogini attains the stage of samadhi. he or she begins to feel real truth. She forget himself completely. She remain experience the divine pleasure. Meaning of asana. According to Patanjali, asana means Satiram Sukham Asana. In asana, body is kept in a various position, a way that the activities of organs and glands of body become more sufficient and find improve health of mind and body. Asana is mean Asana is a means through which physical and mental development prevents and control of disease, delaying aging, which are desired effects of yogic practice, can be achieved. Classification of asana. Asana are classified mainly into the following three categories on the basis of their effects: meditative asana, relaxative asana, cultural or corrective asanas. Meditative asana, relaxative asana, and cultural or corrective corrective asana. Here we can see meditative asana, relaxative asana, cultural or corrective asana. Meditative asanas: Padmasana, Siddhasana, Swastik asana, Samasana, Veer asana, and Gomukh asana. Relaxative asanas are Shashank, Shashank asana, Shavasana, Makar asana. Cultural or corrective, it is related to the posture of our posture of our body, that is Sir asana, Savasana, Matsya asana, and Hal asana are the few examples of cultural or corrective asana. Meditative asana: Padmasana, Siddhasana, and some asana are the main asana of meditative asana. By practicing these asanas, the meditation power of an individual is enhanced. The practice of this asana should be done before performing meditation. In fact, meditation is done by remaining constant in these asanas. It is more beneficial to perform such asanas in complete peaceful environment. Relaxative asana: Shavasana and Makar asana are the main asanas of relaxative asana. The practice of this asana removes fatigue and relax of an individual physically and mentally. An individual gets complete relaxation after performing such asanas. Cultural or corrective asana, halasana, bhujangasana, and shalabhasana are the prominent asanas of cultural or corrective asana. These types of asanas regulate the systematic different activities of the body and finally provide energy to the body to perform pranayama. The meaning of pranayama, it is comprises from two words, prana plus yama. Prana means vital energy of life force and yama means to control. In this way, pranayama means the control of regulations of prana. There are three parts of pranayama. Purkha means inhalation, rekha, raksha means exhalation. Kumbha means retaining the breath. There are two types of kumbha, internal kumbha and external kumbha. In internal kumbha, retain the breath and complete inhalation is called internal internal kumbha. External, the retain the breath after complete exhalation is called kumbha.